Today we're going to be doing my most requested video, which is article search. How do you teach it? What is article search? Well, hopefully by the end of this video, when I've gone through it all step by step, not only will you know what article search is, your dog will be able to do it. What is article search? Well, it's literally your dog searching for, locating and then indicating that it has found an article, whether it's something that's been dropped accidentally or it's been something that's been discarded intentionally. If you've ever seen the police utilising this, it's often seen when people have stolen a car and then made legs. They will send the dog to try and find phones, keys, anything that could have fell out the pockets to might give you a little bit of an advantage as to who was driving the vehicle. We use it in security as well for the same reason, but obviously we don't operate like the police, we operate within a confined area. If somebody's been into that area, it's always handy to have your dog go across where they think the person has been and potentially pick up things like keys, wallets, phones, that kind of thing. Potentially materials and weapons as well. As for uses within a pet dog capacity, not only is it a neat little trick, but if you're like me and you're clumsy and you tend to drop things when you're out on a walk, that has its perks as well. But it is also a fantastic enrichment exercise. You are encouraging your dog to use their nose and to think about something, giving them a job. It is fantastic. Now that's out the way, let's get started. One of the benefits of this exercise is it can be done on or off lead. So if you've got a dog that maybe doesn't have perfect recall yet, but you still want to have a go, that's fine. Stick them on a long line, stick them on a flexi lead, it doesn't matter. To begin with, we're going to be sending the dog out to search for a toy and then giving massive praise and reward when the dog finds the toy. What we're doing there is teaching the dog that when we send them out, we want them to look for something. Sit. Yes, good boy! Good boy! Good. Once you and your dog are comfortable in searching for the toy, that's when you can introduce the article. Now, whatever you want to start with is up to you. I always start with car keys. The reason for this is they spend a lot of time in my hand, in my pocket, on my person. They stink of person, to a dog that is, not to me. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw the keys out. As soon as he goes to the keys and he touches the keys with his nose, we're going to mark that and we're going to reward it. If you are not used to marking verbally, you can use a clicker, and the second that his little snout touches the keys, click, reward. Yes, good boy! Good boy! Once you are comfortable and happy that your dog knows that they're going to the keys, that's when you can layer in the command. Whatever you want your dog to do, whether you want your dog to lie down, whether you want them to sit, whether you want them to speak, whatever. I use down when he indicates on things, and I want him to indicate in such a way that whatever he's indicating on is right in between his front feet, because it's easier for me to find it, especially if we're in long grass or it's dark. If I know what I'm looking for is in this area, I can just put my hand in within reason, be careful, and put my hand in and get whatever it is he's indicated on. If your dog doesn't know how to down at a distance, don't panic. I've got another video coming for that. Down. Once your dog is getting that when they get to the article, they need to be down, you can start taking away the down command. So when your dog gets there, it might take a second or two, but bear with them. Let them make the decision themselves. So when they find the article, they're down. Then you want to throw a party for that. Like this. Yes, good boy! So your dog is indicating on the articles, great. This is when you want to be pushing for the perfection. You want to be letting the dog figure out and guiding them that the only time you're accepting that indication is when it's there. Not there, not here, not back over here somewhere, there. That's when you want to start pushing for it. If you're not too bothered about it being perfect, that's fine, you can skip the next step. So find it, find it, find it, find it. Yes! good boy. So what I'm doing there is giving him the command again to let him know he hasn't completed what I've asked him for. He knows how to do it, but it's hot and he can't really be bothered. But unfortunately, life doesn't work like that. We still have to do what we're told, don't we? We're heading back in a sec, don't worry, hon. The next step, once you are happy that your dog is indicating consistently at a short distance like that, is you can gradually increase the distance. You can increase the amount of articles, you can increase the material of the article, and then you can incorporate it into your tracking eventually. The steps to add more articles in or change the material of the article are exactly the same as the steps that we followed to get to this point now. Exactly the same. All you're doing is repeating it, but changing out what you're throwing. That is literally it. It's so easy. So hopefully, if you're a working handler, that's helped you and your dog progress a little bit more. I know it's not a requirement for NASDO or anything, but it is handy to have and it's impressive for clients. And if you're a pet dog owner who's just want a bit of enrichment with their dogs, hope you enjoy. If you have any questions, anything you're not sure of, anything that you feel like I need to elaborate on further, by all means feel free to contact me either through Instagram, K9Katie, or through our Rogue K9 website, or Instagram, or Facebook. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy training.